How's everybody doing? Steve, did you have fun driving all across Middle Tennessee showing houses this weekend? I know you had a lot of driving to do.
I did. I just love seeing the countryside.
How many miles you put on your truck this weekend?
Oh, I know Friday was over 200, just Friday.
Good night. I knew you had a lot of driving to do.
Yeah, but it's enjoyable when you get a contract or something.
Also, you got a contract?
Well, I wrote two, and we didn't get the first one, so we should know something today on the other one. But we're giving a listing price, so I don't know why we wouldn't get it.
No, good. All right, well, we'll get started. It's 9 o'clock. Um, if you guys want to chime in at any time, that would be fine. If you want to turn your cameras on, that'd be great. Except for Rabia, don't turn your camera on. Uh, Everybody else we want to see. So, uh, all right. So first, I want to go over why we're doing what we're doing in this new program. And I see that everybody on here right now is United Real Estate Agents, but we will be inviting other agents. We've had quite a bit of interest. So as we move forward throughout the year, you'll see other agents on here. So with that being in mind, let's please remember the code of ethics. So if we're talking about something, let's not bring other companies up and other brokerages. So, and just be careful what we say. Since we'll be recording a lot of this. Um, the reason we started it was the 100 Days to Greatness class. We saw a lot of agents go through that class, and they succeeded in that 90 days or so. And they succeeded even afterwards. But the problem was is we started seeing that dwindle as the weeks went on past that. So uh, try to figure out why, and I think a lot of it is just one, the weekly accountability, the weekly celebrating each other's wins, and then the weekly things that are given to do after each class. That's kind of what we're going to do here. Uh, it may some of this may be basic, especially agents that have done this a while, or if you've been through 100 days. But we're going to start from the beginning. This is kind of like a reset and go through it all. So, uh, looking forward to this, and I really want to see how agents respond, and we want to see you be more productive in all this, and celebrate each week. So every week, hey, what happened? Like Steve, probably will get a contract. That's great. Love to hear that, and also want to be collaborative. So if you've got ideas, if you do it a different way, please let us know so we can share that with everybody. Okay, um, so today what we're going to do is we're going to start with just the fundamentals. Okay, your foundation of your business is your CRM. So when you're doing 100 days, you learn that as a new agent. But we have experienced agents that never have really relied on their CRM and learned how to use it. So everything we teach from here on out after these first few weeks of working on CRMs is going to be things. How do we get people in our CRM? So leads, lead generation, things like that. So as people come in, you've got to have a way to be able to put those people down so that you can keep track of them. Real estate, a lot of ways, even today, is just like it was years ago. It's relationships, it's meeting people, it's getting them in there. Now we can do it more efficiently with the CRMs. So first of all, since like I see everybody here today is United Agents, so you have two CRM tech stacks to pick from. You got a basic one, and then you got a more robust one in KV Core. So if you're out there choosing a CRM, what are the things you need? You need to define what your business is going to do and be on down the line. Are you wanting to do 20 deals a year, 30 deals, or are you happy with 3 or 4 deals a year? That kind of dictates what kind of CRM you need. With KV Core, you got video capability, texting, and of course emails, and then marketing in that system. So that's what we love about KV Core and chose it. But there's a lot of basic systems that do very well too. They just, but they're basic. You're not going to be able to be as efficient or be able to pull in as many leads and then nurture them as well. So, one of the things is setting up your CRM. I don't care what CRM you have. You could have Sync, you could have Chime, you could have Lions Desk, Follow Up Boss. It doesn't matter. Everyone's got a video on how to set it up. Don't get so overwhelmed in the beginning. There's so much in all these systems that it can be overwhelming as an agent, and you're thinking, I'll never do it. Just worry about one, how do I add a contact? And then two, how do I set them up on a property, or how do I set them up on a marketing plan? So just worry about those two things first. We'll dive into more of the advanced features. We do that at KB Core Work Session. We do it other ways, but don't get so tied up on all the features of any CRM right off the bat. But you just make sure you know how to add those contacts. So setting up a CRM is all, again, all that's instructions right there. Is the next thing is making sure as you set it up. And right now, all we're going to talk about is just those basic things. So are they a buyer? Are they a seller? Are they a friend or family member, sphere of influence? Let's worry about that now, because a lot of people have a bunch of people in their database, but they don't have them categorized where they need to be. And we're going to talk about that next week a little more, how we categorize them. So even in that, there's going to be ways you do different than I would do. You got to make it easy for you as an agent how to get to it. Again, we're trying to be efficient, and this CRM system is what helps you be more efficient. So, so if you got any questions on setting up that CRM with our systems, feel free to call me. If you're using another system, I don't know that I'll be able to help you as much since I know ours. But call Cran or I. We will be glad to sit down with you and help you with it. If you got a bunch of people in another email or another system, and you can download a CSV file, Cran's a lot better at that than I am. So I would reach out to him and let him help you with that if you don't know how to do it. Again, there's videos on every CRM on how to do that. But if you need help, let us know. And just utilizing your CRM. You know, and I've said it 100 times, I know, but if you just spend an hour a day, Monday through Friday during your work week in your CRM, you will be doing better than 90%, and that's probably undershooting it, probably 98% or 99% of agents. Agents just do not take time to work in their business. They say they have a business, but they don't work it. So if you can, if you will just block out that time to be in it, you'll get better and better at it to where you're never scared of it, and you're in that system all the time. So that's one thing. Another thing is as you're categorizing people, and you want, this is kind of what the CRM does. It helps you with clients before the deal. So new leads, sphere of influence, where you're just in it. It helps you with clients during the deal. And then importantly, that where most agents miss it, that help clients after the deal. So we want to put those things in there and send them useful information. Again, it's not all real estate related all the time. It can be, Happy Halloween or Merry Christmas or whatever. Useful information of where all the pumpkin farms are this year. And if you post it on social media, you can also send it out on your email. But the more you categorize your people and get in that system, you can send them targeted information for whatever stage they are in your system. So sphere of influence, it may just be, just a hey, don't forget to turn your clock back. Are we still doing that in Tennessee? I don't even know. Seems like they were going to change that this year, but I don't remember. Change your smoke detector batteries. These reminders. You see something in the news that's of interest. Maybe you say, hey, I thought this was very interesting on the housing market. So now you're throwing in a little bit of real estate that may help all. Because whether they own a home, whether they rent a home, or whether they are looking to buy a home now, all people are interested in some sort of real estate within their neighborhood. So always think of the before, during, and after, and how you're going to connect with those people. So Anybody got any questions or comments on how they do their CRM right now? All righty, moving on. So we have, by the way, these things are only going to be 30, 45 minutes long. This is for Monday. This is to get you going for the week. We're going to give you action items each week. So I want to go over one of the action items that I want for this week and that's make a Facebook post that will engage your audience. So when I say that, it's something like it could be a giveaway. It could be a list of all the pumpkin farms, all the fall festivals going on, and say, hey, share this post or comment on this post and be in a drawing for 2 tickets to Waldron Farms. So things like that brings in engagement. So once they start engaging with you, and this is ways to get more people to like your page and get to your Facebook page or your Instagram. So that's an idea. You see a lot of posts out there. What do you think of this bathroom? And it's this elaborate bathroom looking over the woods or something like that. Or which color would you choose? All those posts are designed for you to create engagement. Because as you create engagement, what we're trying to do is get more contacts in our CRM, and then start marketing, or not necessarily marketing, but start connecting with them. So again, think of your CRM as a relationship building tool that you're trying to rent space in their mind. And whether they're looking to buy or if they're not looking to ever buy or ever sell their home that they're in now, it doesn't matter. You are renting space in their mind, and then we're going to go after that referral. So remember, 200 million, I think it was, Crane, correct me if I'm wrong, but 200 million leads were sold last year from online leads, and we had a little over 4 million transactions in across America. Uh, and then you got to think a lot of those. I think 60% of those 4 million are going to be referrals and past clients that agents use. So yes, you can purchase leads, and yes, doing leads are part of it. But again, having that healthy CRM is what you need to grow. Whether you're doing leads, whether it's referrals, whether it's past clients, you need to know how to connect with them and connect them.
Hey, Rick, I wanted to point out one thing that you said that if as we're thinking about this, guys, and we're trying to, have people in our database, whether they're in there now or they're not in there, is one thing he said is we're just trying to connect, right? So we're trying to connect with the people that we know or don't know or just met, and try to create a deeper relationship with them. So again, they learn to trust us, believe in us, and want to do business with us. It's not that I think the idea sometimes we think of marketing and how we market them. Some of it is just those easy touch conversations or bringing up something like he had mentioned, whether you do it on social media or whether you do it directly via text or email, you're just creating a deeper connection or a connection with your audience. So
you're creating that connection. You're waiting for somebody to raise their hand, and now it gives you another reason to connect. Okay, so think of that. I don't care if you got 3,000 in your database, and you're sending out all the stuff. Those let's say 2,500 that are not doing anything. One day they're going to raise their hand. Steve just told me a story of one that I don't believe it's this client you're working with now, but they had been in your system for how long? Putting your glasses on doesn't unmute you.
Well, it helps me see where I can. Yeah, she's been in there almost 3 years now.
There you go. So
what were you doing to create value or create that connection?
Well, I had her set up on KV Core, and every time if I see her look at a property more than twice, I would actually text her that property, say, "Hey, I seen this property. I thought this might be a good fit for you," and just kind of start a conversation with her that way.
So she raised her hand after 2 years, and that's what this is about. We're just trying. You don't have to overly go crazy with send, I mean, you hear people get call, 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 call. Yes, phone call's important. And when you get a brand new lead from the internet, I think that first 30 days you do try to call, you do try to reach out to them. And if your CRM again is properly set up, every morning when you go to that dashboard, it's going to tell you make 5 calls. You're going to click on those 5 calls. It's going to show you the people that you're supposed to call. And if you've done your notes right, it's going to keep the notes up there every time you call them, what you talked about, or if they didn't answer or whatever. And so, you've got to, but you got to be in it. You got to go to that dashboard and see what you're supposed to do today. KV Core does that, a lot of that automatically. It's going to tell you, hey, you haven't called this person, you need to call. It also, but you can I mean, text is fine too. KV Core's got the video feature, which I love. I think that's an excellent way to reach out to people, and connect with them. Again, all we're trying to do is build those relationships. But just like this person raised their hand when they started opening emails and looking at houses, that's the time to do a little bit deeper connect, and that is on a phone call. So I'm glad to hear it, Steve. Are you actually showing them houses? You haven't built lender yet?
Well, we're in the process of getting her pre-approved
Okay.
right now.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And I believe Angela actually had one. She's feeding the baby right now. That did the same thing. Wasn't she on the? Didn't you have one that was like a year on your system before they raised their hand?
Yes. I've had several that have been in there for a while, years, that have come around eventually. So it works.
Yeah. So again, this is, I would dare say everybody here would like to have a closing in 12 months or in 24 months. So yes, it's not right now, but again, it's that you're building that foundation. Your CRM is it, and it's getting people to react 1 year from now, 2 years from now. And those people are a lot better because you've rented space in their mind that, hey, I'm your agent for 2 years. They're a lot better than this cold lead that comes in from a property boost. I'm not saying we don't use those and capitalize on those. That's one way to build our database, and we will talk about those things. But the whole idea is Steve didn't put a lot of effort forth. The system did it in the CRM, but he did get in the CRM and see, oh, she raised her hand. If you're not going to your dashboard, you're not going to know that. Now KV Core does a pretty good job with sending you a text. Hey, this person hasn't been on in whatever, and they just now started looking at houses again. And so you're alerted to that fact, but you can go in and see if they're opening emails. They may favor the property, and if you're not on your in your system, you don't even know that. So, so definitely utilize the dashboard and get on every morning as you move forward. So, anything else from anybody? This is just the basics of the CRM. We're gonna get into things more next week, and I'm just build on each other on that, and then we'll get into some marketing things and how to add contacts or going out there and get them. So what I've got for action steps this week is one, not only learn your CRM, but if you have not started, so I know Oscar's new. How many people got your database, by the way, Oscar? You haven't even had a class yet.
Currently have 5.
5, great. And he hadn't even started yet. We have, and I don't see her on here today, but we got one that went through Buffini, 140 contacts by the end of the Buffini class, and 40 good conversations, and I think working with 3 or 4, I can't remember, and 1 listing, pretty under contract. So it works, and encourage you to work it. And then the other thing is create the Facebook post like we talked about that will get some attention, and we'll get some conversations, and go from there, that you can reach out to, and you can get their email. Great. I mean, it's a great way, because if they win, you're gonna have to ask them for their email, maybe to send the tickets to. If you do that, you don't have to spend money. It can just be for informational purposes. but it's I've seen a few create that engagement with free tickets to something or a free pumpkin or a free whatever, and you got to have a way to get it to them. So, has anybody else got any ideas on what they're doing for fall as far as marketing or anything like that?
Me.
What you doing?
So I decided I'm gonna start aggravating people in my neighborhood. I'm gonna market them. So I have 248 houses. I just had some postcards made that said, "Hey, I just moved into the neighborhood. I'm in real estate. I'm happy to help you if you have any questions." And that I'm going to be doing events in the neighborhood. And then I hired Santa to come November 12th to the neighborhood, and I'm going to put out flyers on every door to invite them to come and bring their phones and their cameras and take pictures with Santa.
Awesome. Now, what she's talking about there, and I think that's in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or this class is creating community. So she's creating community of people that, what she's doing is not necessarily real estate related, but she's getting information. They will know that Angela's the realtor in that neighborhood. You can do that in your neighborhood right now. Basically like farming a neighborhood. So that's great. And she used to do the pie thing. Are you doing the pie thing this year?
Yes, the day before Thanksgiving, I do pumpkin and apple pies. I have people RSVP, and then I get them from Sam's Club or Publix, and then they come and pick them up.
So that's a great way to reach out to people. Hey, haven't talked to you in a while. I want to invite you to this pie. You prefer apple or pumpkin? But she gets to create conversation. She gets to text them with that.
I also did that, what you were talking about with the list of fall activities that are going on with the dates that they run. And I posted that on my neighborhood page. And I posted it on all my social media, my business page, my personal page, and then on the neighborhood page as well.
Kimberly asked Angela, are you actually mailing your postcards? Or you going door to door?
I'm going to mail the postcards. Yeah, I get to address and stamp all of them this week. It'll be fun.
All right, anything else? All right, one thing I want to tell you guys is as we go through this, if I come across a podcast, I come across some free material, a website, usually I try out all those things and take it down the road for a drive before I would recommend them. But one of them I want to announce today is the guys that Cran and I have known now for, I don't know what, January, February, March, like that, when we started working with them. They do most everything I'm going to tell you is free. Now there may be one or two every now and then that may have a cost to it, but Broker Open podcast is Thursdays at 11 o'clock. If you want to go ahead and put that in your calendar, we're going to send you a link to it. This week, their subject is 5 things you have to do to win more listings. Okay. As we move forward into this new market in a way, and I mean, real estate's always up and down, but we are definitely moving into a new market. It's different than it has been. Listings are going to be where it's at. Listings take less effort, they take less time, and other people are showing your houses. Like Steve drove 200 miles. If he had one listing, he'd have just drove one house, and then he could do most of his marketing from home. So listings are obviously what we want. Also, listings help you get more buyer leads. Listings help you get more leads. If you're in a neighborhood, gives you another reason to reach out to that neighborhood. So anyway, Thursday at 11, 5 things you need to do to get to get more listings. So Matt and Dr. Ben will be doing that podcast. We'll send you the link for it. And so look forward to seeing y'all there on Thursday. I'll be on it. Also watching those guys. So you can make sure
they'll get an email Thursday morning
with that link.
Yeah.
We're gonna check, hopefully get you guys this link earlier in the process of this. than 45 minutes before the.
Yeah, next week you'll have you'll get an email for this on Sunday and on Monday morning. So you'll have a couple emails that you can refer to click on the Zoom link for this every week.
One thing, I know everybody can be discouraged with the interest rates, the slowing of the market, but look at it this way. This is a great time to be building your business. Great time. And it's because most agents are slower. So be building things in your business like people in your database, because there is so much pent up demand to buy. There's a lot of pent up demand for people to move up in house. So there's going to be, they need to sell and move up. So how do you capitalize on that now is by getting their information, being in their mind as the realtor of choice when they do decide to make these moves. So that when you don't want to be doing this when the rates drop at the fives again. That's when it's going to be crazy and you won't have time. Do it now, build it up now, and be written space in their minds all the way up to that point. So this is a great time. I wouldn't be discouraged. I would be just looking, how do I capitalize on where we're at? And that's what I would be doing right now. I'll be having conversations with your buyers now. I mean, a lot, look, end of the day, I realize we have a lot of people who have been priced out of the market with price and with interest rates. So we got to learn how to talk to those people. So build your database right now. We're going to be putting stuff in your hub that you got this link from. There's going to be some social media stuff in there that you can use. There's going to be emails that you'll be able to use, just like through 100 days, where you grab this email, send it out. We're going to have it in there. Okay. And a lot of things we're going to do is your guys is going to be the emails. Hey, I'm not too busy for your referrals. We're going to be having you ask your database for referrals. So again, these people that you've done business with, or these people that aren't even interested in selling, as long as you're giving them valuable information, and you stayed with them when they're at work and somebody says, hey, we're looking to sell our house, anybody, you've rented enough space in their mind that they're going to be thinking of you. So, all right, Monday next week, don't forget Thursday, get those Facebook posts out. Let's work on getting our databases set up, and then we'll meet again on Monday next week. All right.